What the Raiders need to do to beat the Kansas City Chiefs. The Las Vegas Raiders need to score points on the offensive end. We scored a lot of points against the Giants, and then we struggled a bit against the Jets and the Dolphins, and I would say we struggled partly for the same reason, which was the offensive line. The offense the Raiders have been running with Bo Hardegree has been boring. It's been stale. We know Antonio Pierce said they don't want to put too much pressure on Aiden O'Connell, and you know they don't want to do too much. Because he is a rookie quarterback. We know he is a rookie, so he will play like a rookie. But stop if we want to think about the possibility of beating Chiefs. It's obvious that playing as a beginner won't work. Pierce will have to make sure he has a solid, fast attack. So it will be necessary to think about how to defend Aiden O'Connell so that he can sit and think and be able to make the best moves. He's a little slow making his read. That's a big difference, and facing a tough defense like the Chiefs, who are third in the NFL right now in sacks, it's the best thing to do. Miller makes a big difference. We don't exactly have an update on whether he will play 100% or not. Every time the team went after Aiden, he managed to protect him. When you protect your rookie quarterback, when you give him time to throw, and he can sit there and make the proper reads because he's a little slow making his read, that's a big difference in facing a tough defense like the Chiefs, who are in third in the NFL in sacks. Kansas City, they are not playing as well as Miami did last week. That is great. So we need one guy in particular, Jacob. The longer you can keep him on the field, that means Patrick Mahomes, Travis Kelce, and Andy Reid are sitting on the bench, and another way to protect your rookie. Another way to ensure that the defenders will have another target to worry about and not just chase your quarterback. Run with the damn ball. That should work. The Chiefs' offensive attack isn't as explosive this season, and it's in part because they've invested so much in the offensive line that their receivers have taken a step down this season. And that opens everything up for the Raiders, right? That means the Chiefs are going to have less explosive offensive plays. They're not going to be as good this season on that offensive end, and I think when you think about that aspect, that means this game shouldn't be a super high-score game. For the Raiders, this is going to be a tough game. Here it could be a very similar game to the Dolphins, where it's a low-scoring game. But the offensive side needs to really step up and do that. You know, one of the things that what the Raiders didn't do against the Dolphins was that they weren't aggressive enough early in the game. Bo Hardegree has to try harder, because it's not Antonio Pierce at that moment who's making these plays. That's the offensive coach. So for me, I want to see the Las Vegas Raiders offense be a little better, right? Be 10% better than them. Where were they last week? Our quarterback just has to be able to connect with Adams. Unfortunately, that wasn't possible last week against the Dolphins. Against the Chiefs, I don't think their secondary is as good as the Dolphins, although it's a good secondary. I just don't think it's that great of a secondary. So it's going to be a big test for the Las Vegas Raiders. The Raiders' defense is playing much better. They deserve a lot of credit for how well this team has played. While the Chiefs on the offensive end is not as explosive, doesn't mean they can't score. It's just not as explosive. I think this will benefit the Raiders a little. Thank you for watching our video. Turn on notifications, subscribe to the channel, and leave a like. Help our content reach other Raiders fans. Soon we will bring more news about our silver and black.